So the big thing in your swing is that you swing naturally from the top up and not from the ground up. And part of your backswing to get you in trouble, but right here, your left arm starts pulling behind you. You'll see your body stop moving, but your arms keep going. And what this does is you're pulling energy or stretching this way, this part of your body away. Instead of staying in your core muscles and feeling the stretch here, you're pulling behind. Because of that, your natural motion to get energy back is going to be your left shoulder and your hand. See how the club goes out? This doesn't really move to start your swing. This goes this way. And then your body just has to start twisting away from the ball, and hopefully you can get that club down to square, which you did on this one. But you can see all the effort away from the, instead of getting the energy to the ball, you're just constantly pulling away to get it all, to get more energy to the ball and more cleaner hits in your swing. So if you look at your swing, it's just called, what we call just top heavy. So we need to build more resistance so the spring works from the top. So in this drill, you're swinging the little orange thing. And what I wanted you to feel from here is working backwards. Just swinging back and forth with a golf club. What you're doing in this drill is learning to move from the ground. In other words, your legs are leading, you're pushing. This pushes your core muscles. You'll see that if you had a belt buckle, it would be facing somewhere out here. And that gets the energy into the golf club, and all the energy is being released that way, instead of that way. You'll notice when you go through after impact, you'll see how much this shoulder pulls away, and in this drill, it doesn't pull away. So we're trying to get as much energy into that golf club to get more speed and better contact. So the first thing is just, if you don't have one of these teaching aids with a small, just take a height rate and go back and forth from hip to hip until you feel how you get your hips and legs connected to the ground. You should feel your core muscles and your feet and everything engaged in this drill, and feel how your legs are moving, pushing off the ground to create rotation in your core. Core is pushing your hips pull your shoulders in that sequence. Your arms swing down and just slingshot. You'll see that left arm doesn't get us in trouble. It stays right there and boom. Now your swing becomes super efficient and getting energy. This way, see how the energy is getting into the club, into the ball. Head doesn't move. Over here, all the twisting and turning away from the shot, which has to be timed. So the first thing is just establish this feeling right here, just going back and forth and feeling how your legs are moving, your core is moving, your arms are swinging and being kind of pulled through there, and just let it go. Once you have this feeling right through the shot, just doing this over and over, then you go up to get the feeling of the backswing. Again, what we want in the backswing is to feel resistance here, and your core muscles engaged, and you would need to feel a stretch here, some in the part of your back. And that will get this arm a little bit more out, and we still could work on some width there just to help. But you're gonna see here, when you start down, your legs go first. Here, your hand and right shoulder goes first. So you go out. And this, you go your legs. And that's where we work from the ground up. You always, again, you can't feel like anything power from your shoulders. Shoulders are not really getting power per se in the way that you do it. They are the last part of the pulling the club down from the hip, from the ground up, which creates all the energy into the golf club consistently. So I'll get that feeling, and in the bigger one, you're just gonna feel resistance and some type of a stretch in your back. And feel that first move down is gonna be your core muscles right here, and just release it. Also, another way to feel this, if I'm applying leverage from my core, my legs and my arms, which is what you're feeling here. So you just turn the club upside down, hold it in your back arm. You're not gonna feel any stretching in the backswing. You're definitely gonna feel the core and the legs moving to apply pressure. So every tour player from Jon Rahm, who doesn't look like Roy here, except for impact, they're the same. They're still applying leverage to something. You gotta feel that energy hitting the ball, not so much trying to get to the finish. The other part here, when a tour player goes to hit the ball, that's the force we just saw. You can see how their legs, your arms and chest are going towards the ball to make compression, but their hips are getting out of the way. That means they're moving from the ground up. And your shoulder is moving from the shoulders and the legs getting pulled. And right there, right at the hit, they can release that club and get the energy into the club. They all kind of have that slingshot after impact. So feel the hit, get the energy from the ground. You see all of them, their hips are facing past the ball. So that if we just look at their belt buckle, they're all facing past impact. It means their hips are leading this motion. It's important for you to kind of feel that. There's your hit, like we just saw in the bag drill. And then you got to release the club, and that gets you to the extension. I think the one drill here is you just do this one. I just got my club right here on my belt buckle, and I'm just trying to feel engaged to the ground. I'm going to move from my rib cage and just a little core rotation from my ribs. And I'm going to feel resistance here. I need to feel this connection to the ground. Your feet should be connected. Thighs should be creating stress, ready to kind of create a feeling. Your upper body's going to feel relaxed. Next thing for you is to kind of feel that punching the wall feeling. This gets you to feel a different type of stretch in your backswing. So there's your core muscles and then the stretch. So right there you can see I'm kind of, sometimes get a picture, there's a wall right here and I'm gonna punch right through it. So now I'm feeling that stretch somewhere in my back here and my core muscles tightening up. So right there, you would just feel more of a punch and instead of twisting up. And that gets you more width in the swing. Anything where you can feel some back stretch muscles back here in your right underneath your shoulder blades, not in the shoulders, and that feel like you get a little bit more width in your swing. And that's how I'm going to get to there. I'm just going to resist, pivot, and that allows me to get that energy back to the ball from the inside.